Okay, Atul, you can stop the video. So, as you can see, Team Phoenix has both national and international presence. These are the videos from California, USA, where we participate in SA International. So, if you become a part of Team Phoenix, you'll have the opportunity to represent your country on international level as well. This is the final call. Call everyone who is interested. We'll be starting at 11:20. Before we kick off the session, few important instructions for everyone to make this process of orientation smoother and your preparations for inductions easier. You can grab a pen and paper to note down points and revise it later while preparing for inductions. Whenever a member asks a question to you, please don't unmute. Instead, write your answers in the chat box. If you have any doubts, raise your hand or drop them in the chat box. We'll be monitoring the chat box throughout the session. We will also be having a Q&A session at the end, wherein who has a doubt, raise your hand. Those who will raise their hands will be unmuted one by one. And after we have clarified your doubts, you'll be muted again. So please don't unmute until you are asked to do so. A top of the morning to everyone present here, and I would like to extend a special welcome to the fresh new batch of 2K21 on the behalf of whole Team Phoenix. So, juniors, how many times have you seen a plane fly over your head and wonder what goes in the making of that? Or how many times have you seen someone bring pride and glory to our nation or international platform? Well, Team Phoenix has made both these things possible by not only flying our plane on foreign land, but by also standing out and waving tricolor among the top teams from different countries. Today's session will be an insight into Team Phoenix and what goes behind making a plane, building a plane, seeing it fly, competing with the best teams in the world, and finally seeing the trophy in the team's hand. This is what defines Team Phoenix, a modern airbenders. We know that you all are already excited at the thought of watching your own plane fly over the clouds, hovering and beating the rest of the world. As if you are thinking the same, then you have safely landed in the best and the only technical team of NIT Jamshedpur dealing with aero modeling and aerodynamics. Before moving further, I would like to know from our juniors what interests them about Team Phoenix, or why would they like to be a part of Team Phoenix? Drop your answers in the chat box. Okay, I can see some answers. Aerodynamics, love planes, aviation, study aerodynamics. Planes intrigue me. Great, great. As I can see, you guys want to be a part of the team. Great to see that. Team Phoenix is basically a bunch of dedicated aero modeling enthusiasts who are bonded together with interest, talent, dedication, and creativity. In short, Team Phoenix is pioneer of aero modeling and aerodynamics, known for making RC planes, that is radio controlled planes, and through team's sheer dedication, we have brought laurels to our college as well as our nation again and again. So the foundation of the team was led by Ms. Pratibha Tripathi, an alumnus of BTech Honors Electrical Engineering, and Mr. Indu Shekhar, an alumnus of BTech Honors Electrical Engineering, NIT Jamshedpur. In this way, two founders and a highly committed team by their side started off an incredible journey of Team Phoenix, never to look behind. Before proceeding further, I would like to request you guys to take a pen and paper to note down certain points which will come handy for you later in your induction preparations. Moving on to Team's vision, we at Team Phoenix work towards creating awareness regarding aviation sector and develop real-time solutions for ongoing issues. Team members use their engineering instincts to study various parameters that affect performance and generate a practical layout to counter that for effective execution. We wish to be the flag bearers for the future generation stepping into this industry by carving out India's path in aviation sector. We wish this will lead us to the day when India's engineer can invent newer technologies on their own. Now, I would like to call Brishti to continue with the presentation.
As it is quite obvious with the online mode going on, it seems that Brishti is having a problem. So Manan, how about you just describe what our major events are, what the classes are while Brishti rejoins?
Okay, so let me give you a brief about the major events. So we participate in SA International, which is the aero design best in global level competition held in USA every year. The classes we participate in are regular class and advanced class, regular class and advanced class. The regular class continues to be the class with the purpose to develop the fundamental understanding of flight, while advanced class requires team to create an autonomous flight using model-based design, model-based system engineering, and modeling techniques. So talking about SA India, in SA India, we participate in two classes, regular class and micro class. Regular class continues to be the class with the purpose to develop the fundamental understanding of flight, and the goal is to lift as much payload as possible. Whereas in micro class, teams are required to fabricate an unmanned aerial vehicle that is hand launched, that should be able to provide a stable flight. We also participated in an event hosted by IIT Bombay Tech Fest. Uh, uh, Event hosted by IIT Bombay Tech Fest.
Thank you, Manan. I'll be taking off from here. Well, these are some of the newspaper clippings of the team's achievements which show its glory and endeavor. Now, moving on to the team's achievements. Starting from 2012, we got 18th rank globally and second position among all the Indian teams. While in 2013, the only Indian team to qualify for the finals of AIAA was Team Phoenix. It fills us with immense pride and joy to represent not only our college but also our country in international competitions such as SA International. In the year 2014, the team got 11th position globally and first among all the Indian teams in SA International microclass. While in 2015, we got 11th position globally, 4th position in design report, and first among all the Indian teams in SA International microclass, which was held in Florida, USA. In 2016, we got 14th position globally and first among all the Indian teams in SA International regular class held at Texas, USA. While in 2017, we were 15th position globally and third place in the Asia Pacific region in SAE International Regular Class, which was held at California, USA. In 2018, we got 7th position globally, third in design report, and second position among all the Indian teams in SAE International Regular Class. Phoenix is a team which is globally recognized. There have been several instances when the Indian flag has been held upright as our aircraft took flight on foreign land. One such instance was in the year 2019 when the team bagged first prize in design report in SAE International. We were also ranked 9th globally. For the last 2 years, these events were held in the virtual mode due to the pandemic. Even in the online mode, the list of achievements goes on. In the year 2020, we got 7th rank in design report and 11th position overall in SAE International Regular Class. While in SAE India, we got the Best Innovation Award, 4th place in design report and 6th position overall. In the year 2020, the team first time participated in SAE India. Last year, the team for the first time participated in SAE International Advanced Class. And in the first year itself, we bagged the 8th rank in design report and 9th rank in presentation standings. While in SAE India, we got 2nd in application report and 5th position overall. Now moving on to the popular majors of the team. The team is majorly classified into 4 departments, namely designing and creative, avionics, fabrication and sponsorship. Now may I call Amit to continue with the further slides.
Thank you, Brishti. Hey everyone. Now coming to the softwares we use. Before fabrication, before shaping our plane physically on the floor, we have to ensure that which design we are thinking to build should carry required weight, should have enough lift, should be stable in mid-air, and should fulfill many more criteria. And to ensure all these things, we use these 5 softwares, that is CATIA, XFLR 5, MATLAB, ANSYS, and AutoCAD. I would like to add a question here. Do you guys know which of these 5 softwares is used for 3D modeling? Do let me know your answers in the chat box. Which of these softwares is used for 3D modeling? Some of you have given correct answer. It's CATIA or SolidWorks. Now moving on. Starting with CATIA. CATIA is one of the best designing software. We use CATIA to create 3D model of our aircraft. Like this is the 2021 solid model design of aircraft of advanced class. And if you are coming on in our team, we'll be teaching you CATIA and all its tools. So basically, it's a designing software from basic 2D drawings to advanced 3D model. We will be doing all here. Now moving on to XFLR 5. XFLR 5 basically deals with aerodynamics. Like it tells how our airplane will be experiencing drag, how air is going to flow around the wings, and how our airplane is going to perform in mid-air. And one main thing we do is stability analysis with the help of XFLR 5. Now continuing with MATLAB. MATLAB is used as a design analysis software to understand, analyze various characteristics of aircraft which we will be making. We use it to organize, clean, and analyze complex data sets from diverse fields. And like in this figure, you can see vertical arrows on the entire airplane wing. They are representing the amount of air around the entire wing. And let me tell you, MATLAB is used in almost every branch, like be it mechanical, metallurgy, or electrical. So if you're coming in our team, we'll be teaching you all these softwares. Now moving on to ANSYS. ANSYS is basically a simulation software. We can simulate and check 3D models in this software. We mainly use it for estimation of drag, like how the plane is going to behave against different types of drag. ANSYS gives us pretty much fair idea about how fair is our design. And if there is anything we can change in our design to reduce drag and make our plane more efficient. So this was all about ANSYS. Now coming to the last software we use, that is AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a software in which we can make engineering drawings with the use of computer. As all of you know, we can do engineering drawing with drafter also on paper, but when we do it with AutoCAD, it's more precise and accurate. And more we take care of these precisions, the better plane we can build. So we use AutoCAD basically for 2D drawings, which we use in design report of our airplane. So thank you. This was all about software. Now I would request Ankit to carry on with the further presentation.
Thank you, Amit. Good morning, everyone. So let's talk about the creative section of the team. The creative team acts as a bridge between the outside world and the team members. Here we have to use our creativity to present the team in the best possible way. And the softwares we use are Photoshop and After Effects. So Photoshop is a photo editing, image creation and graphic designing software. We use it to make design reports for various competitions and posters for events and festivals. In these images, you can see the variety of work done by us on Photoshop. Used for creating impressive motion graphics and adding visual effects to our videos. Here you can see a GIF that we created using After Effects and Photoshop. Now I would like to call Bhanu to continue with the presentation.
Thank you, Ankit. Hello, juniors. Now we are going to discuss one of the most important and interesting part, that is introduction to aerodynamics. The knowledge you learnt in this section is not only useful to understand about the plane but also how to design the plane parts. Let's explore this section. Let's discuss about some important parts of an aircraft. They are fuselage, wings, tail configuration and landing gear. Fuselage. It is a main and It is a main and important part of an aircraft which provides structural integrity and supports various other parts. It is the centermost part of an aircraft. It also provides enough space to place our payloads. Wings. The main role of wings is to produce lift. The part of wing near to the fuselage is called root and farther from it is called tip of the wings. There are some other important parts that are attached to wings. They are ailerons, flaps, and winglets. Before discussing about the parts of wing, let's take a clear look at the axis. As most of you familiar with the axis of coordinate system, that is x, y, and z axis. Similarly, there are three principal axes of an aircraft. They are longitudinal axis, lateral axis, and vertical axis. Longitudinal axis. This axis passes from nose to tail of an aircraft, which is indicated in blue color in the slide. Lateral axis. This axis is drawn parallel to the wings, as you can see, which is shown in green color. Vertical axis. This axis passes from top to bottom of an aircraft, which is shown in red color. These three axes are perpendicular to each other and passes through center of gravity of an aircraft. Let's discuss some more terminology related to axis of an aircraft. The first one is roll. The rotation about longitudinal axis is called roll. This makes one of the wing to move up while the opposite wing to move down. The next one is pitch. The rotation about lateral axis is called pitch. This makes the aircraft nose to oscillate up and down. The last one is yaw. The rotation about vertical axis is called yaw. This makes the aircraft nose to move from side to side. Now let's come to the parts of the wing. The first one is aileron. These are the ailerons. Ailerons are hinged at the trailing edge of the wings, which are responsible for the roll movement. Flaps. Flaps are the high lift producing devices which are used to produce additional lift. These are also attached to the trailing edge of the wings and close to the fuselage. These are used to increase the lift at lower speed, which we generally use during takeoff and landing. Winglets. Winglets are the vertical extensions of wing tips, which reduces the aerodynamic drag associated with the vortices. Let's discuss about tail of an aircraft. The tail of an aircraft is also called as an empennage, which plays an important role in maintaining the stability. and also helps in creating lift along with wings. It also consists of several other important parts like horizontal stabilizer, vertical stabilizer, elevator, and rudder. Elevator. Elevator is supported by the horizontal stabilizer, which controls the pitch movement, that is the rotation about the lateral axis. Rudder. Rudder is supported by the vertical stabilizer, which controls the yaw motion. Let's discuss about landing gear of an aircraft. There are two types of landing gear. They are tricycle landing gear and tail dragger. Tricycle landing gear. This configuration has two primary wheels just behind the center of gravity of an aircraft and a small steerable nose gear in the forward. Tail dragger. This configuration has a main landing gear near to nose of an aircraft that is forward to center of gravity and a small steerable wheel at the tail. Now let's ask. Now, does anyone know what are the forces that are acting on an aircraft? Can anyone reply in the chat about the forces acting on an aircraft? Yes, right. There are there are actually four forces are acting on an aircraft. They are lift, weight, thrust, and drag. In a straight and level flight, the net lift produced is equal to weight of an aircraft and the thrust is equal to drag. Now I would like to request Arnav to continue with further slides.
Thank you, Bhanu. So, how is lift produced? The principle of equal transit time states that the air that separates at the leading edge of the wing rejoins at the trailing edge. If this is true understanding of lift, how do airplanes fly inverted? How do symmetric wings fly? Does anyone have a right answer for lift production? Please answer in the chat box. How is lift produced? No, not Pranali. So the correct answer is Quanda effect. The physical description of lift is based primarily on Newton's three laws, where lift is recognized as a reactive force that wing develop by diverting air down, and the phenomenon is called Quanda effect. Quanda effect is an effect produced due to stream of air striking closely to the surface from both top to bottom. So why does the fluid tend to bend around a solid object? Can anyone answer this question? Why does the fluid bend? You can see the answer in front of you. No. So it's actually cohesion and adhesion forces that fluid molecules have for that stickiness for each other, causing the bending. That is the Quanda effect. The downward slope of the trailing edge and the slight angle of attack of the wing deflects the air downward. The change of momentum of air downward result in an equal and opposite effect pushing the wing upward. Quanda effect is achieved by the shape of the airfoil. As explained earlier, airfoil is kept at a certain angle that air flows downward as per Newton's third law. This pushes the airfoil shape upwards. An airfoil is a cross-sectional shape of lift-producing surface such as wing, tail, and propeller. An airfoil is a shape designed to produce lift. A figure of airfoil is shown here. It has a leading edge, trailing edge, a chord, and a camber. As the name suggests, the chord is an imaginary straight line which connects the leading edge with the trailing edge. The camber line is the line equal distance from the upper and lower surface of the wing. So now, in a symmetric airfoil, the camber line is same as the chord, whereas asymmetric airfoils have a non-zero camber line. Angle of attack. Geometric angle of attack is the angle between the chord of airfoil and the relative wind, whereas The effective angle of attack is measured from the orientation where the wing has zero lift. The lift is directly proportional to the effective angle of attack. So now, in the given figure, we can see the relationship between lift and the effective angle of attack. But at a critical angle, the forces become so strong that the air becomes separated from the wing, and the wing loses lift while experiencing increased drag. At the critical angle, the wing enters a stall. And I would like to call Brishti to explain the design aspect of the aircraft.
Thank you, Arnab. Various parameters are taken into account while designing the most efficient plane. Changing these parameters will result in a change in the performance of the aircraft. Some of these parameters are aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is defined as the wingspan divided by length of average or mean chord. It is calculated using the formula b squared upon a, where b is the wingspan and a is wing area. A high aspect ratio is more efficient due to reduced loading. It uses a smaller engine and needs less takeoff and landing distance. A low aspect ratio is chosen when the airplane performs acrobatics. Now moving on to wing taper. A tapered wing has a shorter chord at the tip than at the root. It allows adjustment of the load along the wingspan and minimizes drag, but they are difficult to build. Moving on to wing loading. Wing loading is the ratio of wing area to weight of the airplane. It determines cruise performance, takeoff and landing distances, and power requirements. Now moving on to dihedral wings. Stability is enhanced by adding dihedral wings, that is, the upward angle of the wing against the horizon of the wings. When the aircraft enters a roll, it causes the lower wing to fly at a higher angle of attack than the higher wing. This results in an increase in lift of the lower wing and a reduction in lift of the upper wing, as well as us restoring yaw force. The result is a tendency to return to straight and level flight. For military planes and planes performing aerobatics, a negative dihedral angle is used, which is called anhedral angle. Now moving on to the major wing configurations. The three major wing configurations are high wing, mid wing, and low wing. A high wing has a little more stability and offers the ability to locate the fuselage close to the ground. Mid-wing has lowest drag but creates structural disadvantages. Low wing has structural benefits but requires long landing gears for ground clearance. Now, may I call Chobi to continue with the avionics section?
Thank you, Bristi. Hey everyone. So next we have the avionics section. This is the heart and brain of the plane. As the word signifies, it refers to the electronic systems used on the airplane. Without this, a plane would not function at all. So let's dive into it. So first we have the motor. The motor is the power plant of the plane. It produces the thrust needed for the plane to move forward by propelling the propeller through the air. Now, can anyone mention the full form of VLDC? You can drop your answers in the chat box. Just guess if you don't know. Yeah, Rahul answered it right. It's brushless direct current. Now, as you all might be knowing, there are two types of motor. One is the brush one and the other is the brushless one. But we use the brushless one. Does anyone know why? Because it works efficiently at all speeds. It has high efficiency. It does not create much noise. It has low maintenance, creates almost zero sparkling, and has a reduced size. Because of the reduced size, it has a high power to size ratio. Now we have the servo motors. These are special motors that rotate a certain angle based on the input PWM signals and are usually fitted with a gear system. The potentiometer provides speed and position feedback. Servo motors are used because of the high precision. We use brushed DC servo motors. Now we have the ESCs. Can anyone mention its full form? It is electronic speed controller. As the name indicates, it controls how fast the motor rotates. Now ESC does this by activating some appropriate MOSFET on getting PWM signals. I'm sure you guys must be knowing about transistor. So a MOSFET is a special type of transistor. It's like a switch, and this controls how fast your motor rotates. It provides an interface for the receiver and the motor. Now we have the batteries. The batteries are high RC type. We mainly use LiPo batteries. Can anyone mention the full form of LiPo? Yeah, Nadne answered it right. It's lithium polymer batteries. The battery is composed of cells, each of 3.7 volt. There are constraints on the number of cells that can be used in a competition. So what are the parameters we use while choosing a battery? We use parameters like discharge rate, voltage, C rating, and mH rating. Next, we have the transmitters. We basically control the plane with a transmitter, which sends radio signals through an antenna. Can anyone guess at what frequency does a typical transmitter usually work on? Yeah, it's 2.4 gigahertz. This is the frequency that is specifically reserved in USA and Canada as an ultra high frequency. So all the aircrafts that are fabricated for SA India and SA Internationals operate at this frequency. Now, since it transmits radio signals, there must be something that is going to receive it, right? Now, this is done by the receiver. It is connected to the transmitter through the frequency and we get the signals from it. Next, we have the flight controller. So what does a flight controller do? The PWM signals sent from the receiver are then received by the flight controller. The flight controller analyzes it and sends the PWM signals to the ESCs in such a way that the plane is stabilized. It can control the servo motors, VLDC motors, etc. The plane works autonomously by analyzing the data from the sensors and modules like GPS, external compass, barometer sensors, etc. So does anyone know the full form of GPS? Tarka is right. It's Global Positioning System. It is used for navigating and tracking the location of the airplane. Now we have the radio telemetry system. So there's a MPU 6050 sensor. It's basically an accelerometer and gyroscope. So all the data from this sensor and various other sensor needs to be collected and sent to the ground station in the form of strings and packets. So this is done by the telemetry system. Now the data is transferred in the form of radio signals and hence the name radio telemetry system. And you can not only receive data but also send data and commands to the ground or aerial station through telemetry. The data received can be analyzed and stored. We use the Arduino for analyzing the data and storage module for storing the data. Now we have the colonist delivery aircrafts. Last year, advanced class had the theme of colonizing Mars by delivering colonists, supplies, and habitats. The colonists are delivered to a designated zone using a small autonomous glider and are released in a designated area. These primary aircrafts are known as colonist delivery aircrafts. So this was all about avionics. Now I'll be handing over to Saket to let you know more about the fabrication part of the team.
Thank you, Chobi. Moving to the next section, that is fabrication. Fabrication is a portion of the process where we put our design and material together with a great care to create the final result. The team focuses on the fabrication process with the primary goal of creating a plane that is efficient, lightweight yet durable, practical, and adheres to all the competition criteria at the same time. As you can see in the slide, here are some photos of wing skeleton. You can take a close look at the airfoil of the wing. Moving to the next section, that is web development. This section is all about developing, maintaining our team website and improving the UI of a website to make it more user friendly. We recently launched our website on 1st of January of 2022, which is based on HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript. And if you guys know about these tech stacks, then it is very good. And if you don't and interested in it, don't worry, we will help you to learn about it. So, how many of you guys visited our team website? Okay, a lot of guys visited the website. For those who haven't visited till now, the image that is presented on your screen is the homepage of our website. So don't forget to visit our team website and you will get a lot of information about our team and its achievement. Now I would like to call Amisha to explain you about the sponsorship section of our team.
Thank you, Saket. Hello, everyone. Let us begin this division by asking a simple question. Being an official technical team of the Institute, which participates in national and international events every year, how do all the ideas and hard work and everything materialize in the end? Can you guys answer this question? Okay, I'll tell you. As you all would have guessed, we need funds. This is where sponsorship comes in. Yes, you all are right. Having heard about all the technical aspects, sponsorship belongs to the non technical aspect. Though one must not judge it just by that, as no team can do without funds. The skills one learns in sponsorship have utility in all spheres of life, right from the college placements. You get to learn about the real world here through exposure and the art of making people hear you. So, another question, what does sponsorship mean? Okay, great. So, sponsorship refers to the act of providing monetary help by some business to an individual or group for carrying out a goal. So, why do we actually need sponsorship? Try answering this question. Why do we actually need sponsorship? Okay. So, firstly, it goes without saying that expenses amount to large sums of money given the fact we participate in SAE events. Then we must not compromise on any aspect as it's an international level event. For this, we need to build a technically sound and flight worthy aircraft. More budget will translate to better quality components. Greater the quality, better the performance, and hence higher chances of landing a higher position. So, now let us talk about the requirements to be in the sponsorship division, the qualities you need to secure a good sponsorship. Undoubtedly, communication skills precedes all others as it's essential to allow others and yourself to understand information more accurately and quickly. Secondly, it requires a good amount of convincing and negotiation power. Therefore, presence of mind is equally necessary for gauging swift ways to make them understand. Also, one needs to be a good manager of time. Moving on, you might be wondering what is in it for you if you become a part of this division. First and foremost, you get experience on how to deal with people and situations in real life. You get the much needed exposure to the corporate world. You gain confidence as you meet new people, learning the nuances of negotiation. Hence, you develop on a personal level. As you work with the team discussing scenarios, you develop team spirit, which comes handy in all spheres of life. Most importantly, you get to communicate with some prominent alumni. Now, you all might be curious to know how sponsorship actually goes on about, how it works. So I'll brief you all about the process. Basically, we perform two types of sponsorship here. First is physical sponsorship. In this, we visit different small enterprises and firms and talk to the head authority, which not only builds confidence and improves our communication skills, but also helps us prepare for real interviews. Also, we're exposed to the know and how of industries and get acquainted with the latest technology and machinery in use. In the second type of sponsorship is online sponsorship. Here, we reach out to our alumni through emails and phone calls, and during the process, we also get advice on the upcoming job challenges. You all might agree, it sure is an equally adventurous and challenging division. You lose out on nothing. Moving on, there is a term called corporate social responsibility. So, what is CSR? Corporate social responsibility is a broad concept that can take many forms, depending on the company and industry. Corporate social responsibility is a form of international private business self regulation which aims to contribute to societal goals of philanthropic, activist, or charitable nature by engaging in or supporting volunteering or ethically oriented process. Through CSR programs, philanthropy, and volunteer efforts, businesses can benefit society while boosting their brands. Finally, here are some of our major sponsors: Tata Steel, Punjab National Bank, State of India, JIADA, that is Jharkhand Industrial Area Development Authority. Thank you.
Thank you, Amisha. We all know an interaction is never complete without the two-way participation. So now that the introduction to the technical part of a team is over and we know what goes behind making a plane fly, this was all from our side. And now that you have an insight and you know ins and outs of the team, it's time to shoot your doubts. You have to raise your hands or and a team member will unmute you one by one. Then you can ask. Raise your hand if you have a doubt or you can ask your doubts in the chat box as well.
Manan, we have a question from Siddharth Sharma.
Sir, I wanted to ask that in the designing part, there how many members are in the designing part, and do members switch their parts, like designing avionics and fabrication part, or there are different specific members to each
In
part?
Team Phoenix, you have the liberty to learn anything. Like if you want to learn designing, you can be a part of designing as well. If you want to be part of creative team, you can be part of that as well. And you can do both simultaneously as well. So there's no restrictions.
There is a question from most of our students who are asking, do we need any prior expertise for joining Team Phoenix? Manan, if you would like to answer.
Actually, it's good if you know some basics, but it's not that much necessary. We'll be providing you with the material that you need to study for the induction process. If you have listened to the orientation program nicely, you'll be able to clear the PI1. And if you go through the material, upar say if you study the material, then you'll be able to crack the PI2 as well. So it's more about your how badly you want to be part of the team. Then the stuff you already know.
All right, I think that answers the question. Do we, I think we have more questions as well. What is the induction process? If you could just let them know.
Induction process is the way we select members in our team. So they are basically last year's induction process took place by two PIs. So we are going to have a personal interview one and then personal interview two. But this time we also might have a written test for you. So the induction process will be told to you in few days.
All right. Many of you have asked about how will you get your material. We'll be sending you all the material, so keep an eye out in your official groups. That's where all of your material will be going. As for how many students in each department gets inducted, there is no hard and fast rule. If we have quality students in a particular branch, we are going to induct them. There's no question on that. The date of the induction is from 27th. We'll be giving you a notification on that, so keep an eye out on your official group. That is where you'll get everything.
One more thing, do follow our social media handles. You'll get to know a lot about the team from there, about the induction process. Everything is uploaded there, so you can follow the FB account and the Insta account, and also look at the website.
What is the
So
major
sad.
thing you see during the induction? Like you said that prior knowledge is not that important. Then what is the major characteristics you see for?
Yeah, I can answer that. See, we'll be giving you the material, we'll be telling you where to study, and we'll be asking you questions based on the material that we have provided and the orientation today. So that will show how much interested you are and how far you've learned. That is all.
Anurag, how many members are inducted? Last year, around usually the number is around 25 to 30. Last year, around 28 members were inducted in the team.
Ayush asked Phoenix deals proper electronics on RCs and sensors. Anything more for EC core? I think Saran from EC is the best person to answer this. Saran, if you could just unmute and let them know.
Yes, we use Arduino for coding and data collect, and we have a system named data acquisition system. Actually, Arduino plays a key role in that part. We collect data from various sensors and analyze it with the Arduino. Actually, we write a code for that, and we send that data to the ground station. Here, ECE plays a key role in avionics section. I think I have cleared your doubt.
Metallurgical students, what benefits do they get? Atif, who's from metallurgy, or even Atul? Can we have any one of you on board for answering this question?
We have Chobi too. If Chobi, you are there.
Okay, yeah. Chobi is also
No,
there.
no issues. I will answer that question. We are always looking for different materials, right? So we have to maximize the strength and minimize the weight. So that is a broad definition, not exactly that one, but broadly this is the problem statement we are having. So in that
Yeah,
part,
yeah.
metallurgical students get to explore their core skills, and there is also a fabrication department in which they can try. Basically, they will don't limit yourself from the beginning. But if you are asking for metallurgy core, then these are the fields in which you will get exposure.
I think the same can be answered for the question regarding CSE department. Although you must not limit yourself to the departments that there is, but we do have our website. We are interested in web designing. That's how you can contribute. We have coding in our aviation part as well, which you will learn when you will enter Team Phoenix. So that is how you can contribute to this team as well. Is there any other question that is unanswered? Also, I saw a question regarding CSR. So, Amisha, can you please reiterate what you said before?
Yeah, so CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility, and it is a form of international private business self regulation which aims to contribute to societal goals. Basically, it's philanthropy and charity to support organizations.
Right, I think that
Aditya
makes it
Aryan is
clear.
asking that can I be in both Daksh and Phoenix? So the answer is no. You will not be able to cope up, uh,
Yeah, it's
and
a
also
college
you
rule.
can't be.
You cannot.
Yeah, it's also a rule, and you will not be able to give your best in both the teams. Uh, So that answers your question.
Amit asked, is logic-based question also asked, or do we just have to remember the material provided? See, that depends on the interviewer. You might be asked logic-based questions, but it is not going to be of a very difficult level. It will be something that you already know or have already learned before. Do we have any other doubts? If so, then you can just raise your hand. We'll unmute you as well. Can we get this PDF? Yes, you will be getting the PDF. You'll get the recording of it as well. And you will be getting much more materials. You'll have ample time to prepare for the inductions. So, yeah, looking forward to see you all there. What about working hours after we join this team? Pranjal, would you address this question?
Yeah, there are no such working hours. Like I have worked for like 3 a.m. in the night, and then again started working from 10 a.m. in the morning. So there are some phases. Like in some phases, you will not get any work for 1 or 2 weeks, and in some phases, you have to work daily. Like we have Prasanjit, who was in the team, and he worked for 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, and then from 6 a.m. he had cricket practice. So you have to deal with those things, and please be ready. Once the college goes offline, there is no substitute for hard work and dedication. So you will need that.
Thank you, Pranjal. Great answer. And adding to that, I would like to say that being in Team Phoenix is the best way to learn time management, which is very essential for you when you get back to your job. You know, when your job life starts, this is very much important. See Roshan. Roshan asked total attendees 412 and select will be 30. The thing is that, Roshan, we don't really look for prior knowledge that very much. It is great if you have it, but we look at your dedication and your interest as much. If your interest stands out among all of the attendees, among all of the people who are inducted, who come for the inductions, you will get inducted. That is what makes Team Phoenix the team that it is. Because all of us are dedicated members who are willing to go forward for the
Also, one more thing I want to add, Ayushi, in that question. Don't you all don't think like you have to be the technical geeks or like that so that you can get selected in the team. Don't think like that. We take interviews, and yes, it will be some technical part, but still your dedication and how much you want to get into this team will matter. So don't think like you have to be technical geek or like that.
induction process. Ankit asked if induction process can go for offline or not, as 1 month will be campus. See, this is not dependent on us. This was something that was decided by our student council. So it will be online. It will be from the 27th for Team Phoenix. We'll send out the details to your branch and in our social media handles. So keep an eye out.
Interview will be in Hindi or English, so English will be preferred.
Yeah.
Not as in that we will not take Hindi people, but English will be preferred because in the competitions we participate, we need good people with good communication skills. So English will definitely be an edge, but don't worry if you are weak in English also.
Suraj asked what should be the basic configuration of a laptop. See, Suraj, you can ask this to your branch senior. They'll be more than happy to help, I guess. Also, I would like to tell you about the events that we are going to have. We have already done a quiz on the 13th and we got a stellar response from you. Congratulations. The result will be out today itself. And then after that, we have a crossword on 19th, which is very fun. There's a lot of humor involved in it as well. And finally, we have a treasure hunt on the 20th. So be prepared. The timing is 19th, it's from 8 p.m. And for treasure hunt, it's 12 p.m. on Sunday. So do participate. It's a very fun event, and your participation will matter in the induction process. Any written test?
Someone is asking us. Okay, continue.
Yeah. No, I was talking about Kishan asked if any written test is required during induction. Last year
So
we
we'll
did not
let you
have any
know.
return test. We
We'll
will
let you
let you
know.
know.
All those things you will get to know. Don't worry.
Yeah, and we'll let you
Someone
know prior. Yes,
someone is
Kishan.
asking us that why companies sponsor us. So that's the sponsorship is a very important thing of any company. As you see, various of the competitions like companies, when they sponsor us, they get some benefits too. Like their name tags, the stickers of their companies are just pasted on our planes. So those planes, when they fly, then they show the name of their companies too. So that's why a company will get benefit. And why would the big companies don't want to get their names printed on the plane who go to various countries like USA? So that's the main thing that's benefit the companies, as well as there is a responsibility of those companies to sponsor and to encourage the people who are just representing our nation and in competitions like that. So this is why sponsorship is an important part, and yes, it helps us most.
Anurag asked what sort of questions are asked in aptitude. Nothing too high level, nothing that you might not know. You have already completed your 12 and you have already gone through your JE phase, so it won't be very difficult for you. Abhinav asked, do we need to get any membership for participating in competitions? Yes, you need to be You need to have a membership, the SAE official SAE membership, and that is something that we do before we participate. Ajay asked, can plane that we make can be commercial or just for fun only?
See, it's
Ajay,
not like that. We participate in a competition, we get a problem statement, we just strictly comply with it, and we make the most efficient design that is possible. So that explains what we do. So it's not like that.
no, Anurag, you do not need to pay any membership fee in team for being in Team Phoenix. Later on, maybe for SA, we do have to pay, but that's a different thing altogether. You don't have to pay any fees, no registration fees to be in Team Phoenix. And as for Ajay, I would like to add one more thing that making a plane has a lot of, it involves a lot of factors such as funds and your energy, your hard work and everything. So I don't think it's possible for us to make it just for fun. It takes up a lot of time, energy, work, and money.
And also, that is the factor which distinguishes us. Like other teams might ask for some money,
Yes.
but we never ask our members to raise money from
And
themselves.
one more thing, talking about fun. If you guys want fun, then there's also technical fest happening in our college, OJS. So in that fest, you can just make your planes and represent Team Phoenix, and you can have fun there. That's not very serious. So you can have fun in those competitions. But in the main competitions like SI India or SI International, we don't make planes for fun. That's just.
That's a big project, so we have to work
That's a big
professionally.
project. Project OJS. I hope you get to see OJS maybe next year if things go well. That's when you learn about this. I think that's it for the questions, right?
Yes, ma'am. I don't think any
Yeah.
unique questions anymore.
All right. So if so, then Manan, can
Yeah.
we just get on? Yeah. Perfect.
Now I would like to request all team members to introduce themselves to the juniors. So I'll start. I am Manan Naniwal from second year mechanical.
I am Abjeet Parasar from second year mechanical.
I am Aman Sharma from second year Production and Industrial Engineering.
I'm Anisha from second year mechanical engineering.
I'm Amit from
I'm Banu
second.
Prasad.
Yes, Banu.
Myself Banu Prasad, second year mechanical.
I'm Arnab, second year production engineering.
And I'm Ankit, second year civil engineering.
And I am Naman, second year electronics and communication engineering.
Hello, juniors. This is Atul from second year metallurgical and materials engineering.
Hello everyone, this is Prishti from second year mechanical engineering.
Hey everyone, I'm Chobi from Materials and Metallurgical Engineering second year.
Everyone, I'm Kumar Abhinav from Mechanical Engineering, second year.
I am Saket, second year Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Hey everyone, this is Sharan from second year ECE.
Hello everyone, this is Sayed Asif Ali. I am from Metallurgical and Material Science, second year.
So I think second years have completed. So let's move on to the third year. So hello juniors, I am Rohit Kumar, currently the captain of Team Phoenix, third year mechanical.
Hello, juniors. I'm Anjali from Mechanical third year.
Hi
Hello,
juniors, I'm Ayushi Paul from third year electrical and I'm the vice captain of Team Phoenix.
Hi juniors, this is Ankit Tiwari. I am from third year civil engineering.
Hi everyone, this is Natasha. I am from third year mechanical engineering.
Hey everyone, I am Pranjal. I am from third year mechanical engineering and I am also the technical head of Team Phoenix.
Hey everyone, I am Prasenjit Mishra. I'm from Mechanical third year and I'm also the sponsorship head of the team.
Hi everyone, myself Ritik Sharma and I am from mechanical engineering.
Hi everyone, I am Sakib Gupta and I am manager of Team Phoenix.
I think that also marks the end of our third years. Let me introduce you to our fourth year members. They have now, all of them are placed. We have full placement from Team Phoenix and they have been placed in wonderful places. So let me just introduce you with the companies that they are placed in. Are you interested to know which companies our seniors have been placed? If so, then just type a yes in the chat box. Yeah, all right. I think so. You'll be interested since you're in first year, right? So we have Ankit sir. He was the captain of Team Phoenix for the last year, and he's placed in Deloitte. We also have Shubham sir. He is the vice captain of Team Phoenix. He was the vice captain of Team Phoenix last year, and he has a double placement in INCREF and OYO Rooms. We have Vaibhav sir. He is from Mechanical, and he has been placed in EXL and Maruti Suzuki. We have Ishant sir from PI. He was a fabrication head last year, and he has been placed in Vedanta and Tata Advanced Steels. Finally, we have Utsav sir. He has been placed in Logi Fruit. He's from electrical. So I think with that we conclude. If our seniors have anything to say from the fourth year, for the juniors, if they have any words, some wise words.
Okay. Hello, juniors. This is Ankit. This is Ankit Kumar from Mechanical. I was the captain of Team Phoenix for the last year. So देखो हम सिंपल रख रहे हैं, तुम लोग को ज्यादा टेंशन लेने का जरूरत नहीं है. इंडक्शन में आओ, ठीक है, पार्टिसिपेट करो, ट्राई करो, देखो कैसा जाता है इंटरव्यू, एंड देन अच्छा गया तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, नहीं गया तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं, एक्सपीरियंस में ऐड होगा. एंड चिल, ठीक है, कॉन्फिडेंस रखना, ट्राई टू बी कॉन्फिडेंट एंड कम्युनिकेट करो, बेस्ट होगा वो कम्युनिकेट करो, जो भी आंसर्स दिमाग में वो दो, ठीक है, जरूरी है, सही हो गलत हो देखा जाएगा, ठीक है, उतना टेंशन ले लेना, इंडक्शन में आओ, चिल होके, ठीक है, सब कुछ सही जाएगा. चलो, बेस्ट ऑफ लक एंड वेलकम टू कॉलेज. तुम लोग का मे बी फॉर चारों ईयर्स ऑफलाइन मोड में जाए, आई विश. चलो, बेस्ट ऑफ लक.
Thank you, Ankit sir.
Yeah, Ayushi, I wanted to add one thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Shubham, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm Shubham. I was the former vice captain of Team Phoenix, and I'm from Metallurgy branch. So I saw that some of you were asking questions like, what do metallurgy students have to do here, or what do CSC students have to do here, or what do PI students have to do here? Like, the only thing that I want to mention is that there are many members in our team who are already working on several departments in which they have got nothing to do with their branch. Even I did sponsorship, I did fabrication, and even I was involved in some technical softwares as well during when I worked with Team Phoenix. I'm still working, I guess, yeah. So So you don't have to think about all those things and be a part of our team. And I just want to welcome you all. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubham sir. That was a wonderful insight. Welcome to NIT Jamshedpur. I have already told this to some of the branches that I've been to, but these 4 years are going to be the most incredible happening years of your life. So enjoy. Again, reiterating, we have events on the 19th and 20th of March. The 19th is a crossword from 8 p.m. and 20th is a treasure hunt. So I am expecting all of you to participate. I hope to see you all there. And when our induction will go on, what materials needed, we'll send it all to you. We hope to see you all in the induction process. Till then, have a great day. Thank you so much for joining. With this, we conclude our session. Thank you so much for joining. You may leave now.